That is quite a brazen claim to make, and one wholly without grounds. Your voice is as loud as your suit, and your mind echoes just as loudly in emptiness. Surely, you were but a loud red pepper in your previous life.
I've been demoted to a vegetable? Wow. I didn't know a person could be reincarnated as a non-sentient plant. But I guess if anyone could, I'm not surprised it's you, Polly. In any case, I do have grounds to make this claim.
Let us hear this reasoning of yours, then.
Alright, but before I give it, there is one question that we need to address. If the victim was killed by some third party, then the sword the defendant thrust into the coffin wasn't the cause of death. If that's the case, then how did we wind up with a dead body inside the coffin?
A very good question. Now let's hear your opinion, Mr. Justice. How did the victim's body wind up inside the coffin?
It was magic. He was killed in the coffin. He was killed under stage. I think we have to say that he was killed in because if he was killed in the coffin, then Trucy would have had to have been the one to do it. If it was magic, that's a bad answer, and I kind of want to press it and see what everybody says, even though I know it's wrong because it sounds funny. I'm gonna say somebody under stage killed him. What if the victim was killed under the stage before being put into the coffin? In other words, what if the victim was already dead in the coffin from the get-go?
Oh, I see. In that case, the defendant's sword wouldn't have been the cause of death. How do you respond, Prosecutor Sadamity?
That is the third time.
Third time of what?
Yeah.
What the heck is this? You threw beads on me? I'm not gonna flash you. Don't even think about it. Huh. Get off the point, get off the point. Ow, my head! What do you think you're doing?
Even the merciful Holy Mother loses patience if she is struck 3 times. Since you never learn, you needed to be punished.
Why don't you let me worry about what I need and don't need, and I guarantee one of those things I need is not a hug in the head with a bunch of crazy beads.
It is what you deserve for interfering with my sacred last rites for the victim. You are a brainless lawyer, chasing phantoms. You know nothing. Let this humble servant of the Holy Mother give you an edifying sermon.
A sermon? Now?
There is a passage in the sacred scriptures of Kurainism. A cornered frog will swallow even a snake.
Huh?
A cornered lawyer has unexpectedly struck back hard against the prosecution. Did I get it right? Is that what you're calling him a frog? Is he a ribbit?
No, for I am not done with my sermon. And yet, the frog still dies, its belly bitten and torn from within.
Great.
And in this case, you are that frog, defense.
That's what I said, I called him a frog. I did that.
What exactly is your point anyway?
Let us assume for a moment that the victim was killed under the stage. Who, then, had the opportunity to do so during the show?
Let's see. The people in the show were...
Bonny de Famme, the victim Mysterious, and Trucy Wright. Bonny de Famme was on stage throughout the entire show, as easily confirmed by the footage from the show. Which leaves us with only one suspect, Trucy Wright. Now do you see? The accused killed Mysterious as he waited on standby in the understage passage, and then placed his dead body in the coffin above, thus making the murder look like an accident.
No! Bonny de Famme?
O great and merciful Holy Mother! Thus, another putrid mind has been guided toward enlightenment.
Ugh. I can't believe I swallowed his trick question whole. Help me out here, Athena. Or Emma. Emma? Athena, yeah!
Sorry, but I have to raise an objection here.
Athena, what are you...
There's something I want to point out, Apollo.
And who might you be? You strike me as a mere child in countenance.
I may be young, but I have an attorney's badge, just the same.
And you would contribute to this discussion in that capacity?
I most certainly would. Time for some emotions!
You just argued that the defendant killed the victim under the stage. But let me remind you that Miss Wright is a girl.
Clearly. Surely you didn't raise an objection simply to point out such an obvious fact. Your Honor, please send for this little child's guardian to come take her home.
Oh, no, you didn't. No, you did not. But I'm not done with my sermon. I'm going to tell you about a different kind of frog. You need to talk like Prosecutor Sudmity, you know.
Listen, if the victim was killed in the understage passage, then his body would then have to be hauled up to the stage, right? However, Miss Wright is a young girl, and a pretty petite one at that. She couldn't possibly have hefted that large body and put it up and put it in the coffin.
That's true. It does seem like it would be a rather difficult task for the defendant. I don't think even I could do it. Mr. Reyes looks like he's been eating his Wheaties.
What do you think of that, prosecutor? Who's the child now?
In my religion, the priestesses of Kura'inism are revered as the pillars of our beliefs. So I naturally hold nothing but deep respect for women, all women. I also think highly of the female perspective.
Says the man who called this fair maiden a little child. Who's a fair maiden? Do we know any fair maidens? If I see any fair maidens, I would like to have one of those on the stand with me. I see a maiden. Athena.
I agree that your point is worth discussing, defense. How indeed was the dead body raised up into the coffin? By the accused Trucy Wright, that is.
You're committed to pointing the finger at her no matter what, huh? Didn't you explain how that'd even be possible?
But of course. With a little butterfly, tie the butterfly to her. There was a way for even a small creature like this butterfly to raise the victim's body up.
Huh? Wait! You really can't explain it? No, please don't.
I foresaw that our arguments would come to this, so I have prepared a witness.
New witness. Ooh.
Well, I admire your readiness, prosecutor.
It is really not that difficult when one can read the ultimate outcome of any trial.
He couldn't have really predicted that things would turn out like this, could he? It's pretty hard to believe.
Excuse me, but may I step down now? This bag of snack is empty, and I have several more waiting for me in the gallery.
Yes, I suppose you may.
One moment, Detective Sky.
I'm sorry for, the way I handled all of this.
You did a fine job, Detective. Your testimony was invaluable.
It was?
Yes, you served well as a detective and did not allow your personal feelings to interfere. You overcame the conflicted emotions you felt and performed your duty admirably. You will be rewarded for your fine work. Thank you. I hope we can work together again in the future.
Emma seems bewildered by the unexpected praise.
I guess he's a pretty nice person, as they say, as long as you're not up against him.
Now then, let us call the next witness.
Uh-oh. My Bonnie lies over the ocean.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the court. It's very nice to meet all of you. I'm a lagomorphing illusionist from the land of fairy tales, Bonny de Famme. I can't wait to do some magic tricks for all of you.
Please, witness, there is a time and place for all things, including magic.
Oh, but it would be okay if I do just a little magic, right? Come on, please. Look, everybody's waiting. Now's my chance to shine.
No one likes your act, Bonnie. No one likes you. This is your second time. A third, and you will get covered in beads.
My second time doing what now? Huh? What?
There will be no further warnings. You should know that from our preparatory meeting, correct? When I struck you.
Is no one exempt from His Holiness's Rosary of Suffering? The name that I've given to it.
May we have your testimony, witness, once you've recovered from your disappointment?
Well, as a huge fan of Trucy's, I don't really want to testify against her. But I guess I have to, don't I?
As a huge fan of Trucy's, huh?
I hate her. I loathe her. I can't stand that Trucy right. Just because she's a little good at magic, she thinks she's all that. And a bag of chips. So this is exactly what that sniveling brat deserves.
Sure, you're a real fan, all right. Of destroying Trucy, you mean? We got a real Jekyll and Hyde situation going on here. I think. The understage passage.
I really can't believe that Trucy killed Mysterious. I guess it's possible for a small girl to lift a dead body up if she used a stage lift. Is it possible? Could Trucy really have? If Trucy did use a stage lift, I think she must have used stage lift number 2.
That's okay, alright.
I was on stage for the entire show, by the way.
Okay. I squint my eyes at you. You were on stage the whole time? And you're sure about that?
There is no question. The entire audience could testify to that fact. What's more, she is shown clearly in the TV show footage as well.
I couldn't possibly have killed Mysterious, not little old me.
Therefore, the only person who could have killed the victim understaged is the accused. Furthermore, by using a stage lift, even a petite young lady could have raised the body up to the stage without difficulty.
You've got to be kidding me.
Very well. The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Time to press everything! The understage passage.
I really can't believe that Trucy killed Mysterious.
You said you are a huge fan of Trucy's, isn't that right?
Well, yes, I even became a magician because I wanted to be just like her. The first time I saw her, she was performing at the Wonder Bar. She was only in junior high back then, but she got up on stage with tons of confidence. And then she proceeded to win my heart with her astonishing tricks and winning smile.
She certainly sounds like she means all of that. So, finally being able to perform with her must have been quite a treat for you, right?
Oh yes, after all, it was my chance to have her see me. Not just as a fan, but as a fellow magician. Boop! Look, I'm a magician. I got rabbits coming out of my hair. You have no idea how much rabbit poop is in my hair. Showering for days. But then that horrible accident happened.
It was not an accident. It was murder. Witness, please explain, if you would. How a small young woman, such as Trucy Wright, could have raised the body.
I guess it's possible for a small girl to lift the dead body up if she used a stage lift.
Okay. What makes you think it would be possible? It's not like you tried it out yourself, right?
Well,
Actually, we did try it out for ourselves.
You did?
Detective Sky, if you would.
oh, so that's why you made me do that. Oh,
Detective Sky, what did he have you do? Show me on the lift where he made you do a thing.
The prosecutor asked me to try raising one of the male officers with a stage lift, without a single word of explanation as to why he was making me do it.
You're kidding.
It's as if he really can foresee all of our counter-arguments.
Do not underestimate this humble servant of the Holy Mother.
More like haughty servant.
I guess that means Trucy could have lifted the dead body up. Does that mean... Oh... Is it possible? Could Trucy really have...
No, it's not possible. Trucy couldn't have. Is what possible? Could Trucy really have what, Miss de Famme? Please finish your sentence. Don't try to beat around the bush. Come right out and say it. Why not tell this court what you really believe?
What I really believe... Of course I don't believe Trucy could ever commit murder. Such an amazing and wonderful magician would never do such a thing. But, taking all the facts into account, what else can I think?
I know of at least 3 other unflattering things you really think about Trucy.
How can you attack this girl when she is obviously speaking with reserve?
There is such a thing as reading between the lines, Mr. Justice. It's sad how the youth of today lack the ability to do such a basic thing.
Looking at me like that isn't going to help me stick my foot in my mouth less, Your Honor.
Witness, please describe what the accused might have used to lift the dead body.
All right. If Trucy did use a stage lift, I think she must have used stage lift number 2.
Yeah? Stage lift number 2? You mean the stage lift shown here on the left? In this picture with a moving rat?
That's right, with a stage lift. I think even a small girl could easily lift the dead body up to that stage.
And so that makes her the murderer, in your opinion?
Of course not. I believe in Trucy. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of hers.
Brother. How long is she gonna keep this act up?
Defense, what position was stage lift number 2 in after the show?
Let's see. If I recall, it was in the fully raised position. Ah!
And the reason why it was fully raised, is because the accused used it to lift the victim's body. Wouldn't you agree? Feel free to slowly mull it over while you roast over the flames of hell, you evil red pepper.
So now I'm also evil?
I was on stage for the entire show, by the way.
Yeah? I'm already wondering why his bracelet isn't just going like crazy on that statement, because I have a thought. You didn't have a single spare moment to slip down to the understage passage?
Huh? Don't tell me you suspect me now. Oh, me.
I'm just trying to do my job by fully examining your alibi. Depending on how solid it is, I might have to suspect you, yes.
You gotta be kidding me. Don't spit on my head and tell me it's raining, lawyer boy. I'm right there in the footage. Are you too much of an idiot to see?
Huh?
Mr. Famme, are you feeling all right? You seem suddenly different.
Oh, oops. Where did that come from, right? Yeah? How did that happen? Oh my, I seem to have snapped it for a second, didn't I?
You didn't just snap, you broke character just now.
In any case, I was on stage the whole time, performing magic. I mean, you saw me in the footage, right? My dazzling and flawless performance.
Flawless. That's odd, considering what you told me. You said that you'd made a mistake with where you positioned Mr. Hat.
Well,
Mr. Famme, to what is the defense referring?
well, I made a little mistake on stage. I was in charge of operating Mr. Hat, you see. According to the script, I was supposed to place him to the left of the coffin. But I flopped it up and made him stand to the right of the coffin instead.
And because of that mistake, Trucy had to move the stage lifts around.
I feel really bad about messing Trucy up like that with my goof.
Huh. Darn it. I don't see any inconsistencies in her testimony.
Now, do you know who the real killer is? Huh? It's a killer rabbit. Come on, Gramps, don't you sit there, hand down your ruling, pronto! Do it quick before you keel over up there.
I beg your pardon.
Oops! Oh, what's gotten into me? I'm so sorry.
I give her another 5 minutes before she tears off that mask.
Well, defense, are you ready to let it all go now?
Of course not. I'll never give up.
I see. I suppose this too is fate. The sacred scriptures of Qur'anism describe a variety of hells for the damned. For someone like you, who struggles ceaselessly against his fate, Papul Borjig seems most appropriate.
People boil what? Oh wait, that's Qur'anese.
What sort of terrible place is Papul Borjig?
A place where the more one struggles, the further one falls into the abyss. At the bottom of the abyss, a ferocious beast awaits. Think of it as something akin to an antlion sandpit trap.
Oh, there's one of those in my backyard. They're very cool. I get little bits of bread and try to feed it to him, and he goes, wow, 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 wow. He's so adorable. My grandchild, well,
Wow. Quran, this tale is closer to home than I thought.
Now then, it would appear that the witness testimony supports the prosecution's claims that the defendant is the only one who could have killed the victim under stage.
Ugh. How are we supposed to get out of this jam?
Hey, Apollo, if you can't find any contradictions, maybe it's time to use analytical psychology.
You mean...
I heard some discord in Bonnie's voice while she was testifying.
Noise level 100%! That's so much noise.
See? We're just picking up on the noise in her heart, too.
That's right. Athena can hear things others can't with her super sensitive hearing. She can hear the emotions people suppress as a kind of noise or discord in their voices. All right, Athena, let's give it a try.
You got it. All right.
Don't put that gavel down yet, Judge.
Your Honor! I'm afraid that our witness, Miss de Famme, is suffering under terrible traumatic stress due to this horrible incident.
She is.
Yes, what with that terrible death on stage, and her beloved Trucy getting arrested, she's under awful strain and shock. In fact, I don't know how much more she can take before she is unfit to testify.
What?
Oh, I've heard of that. What is it called? Postal stress disorder, right? Yes, mailboxes terrify her. It's where a person becomes uncontrollably angry. I think I read about it somewhere. It might be real.
That's, going postal, Your Honor. This is PTSD.
I know a little bit about that myself. Seen things.
Oh, my. So that's why the victim acts so hostile at times, as if she were a different person.
They keep using that line, and I'm starting to have thoughts, but we'll hold on to that for a minute.
Yes, and I think her condition is clouding her memory of the incident. Therefore, I suggest a short therapy session for the witness.
Huh? Therapy? You don't know the first thing about a magician's mental strength. I've risked my life jumping through rings of fire and having my body sawn in half. Literally, wasn't an illusion. I got cut in half. Oopsie, boy, I have to watch my temper, don't I? Tee! He's a rabbit. He's a friggin' rabbit. Check it out, it's a friggin' rabbit.
Miss Sykes, please do whatever you can to help this unfortunate young lady in the middle of the trial. Set her down and talk about her feelings, maybe her parents.
And what exactly is this child planning to do, Mr. Justice?
Let me tell you about science, Mr. Religion. With her super sensitive hearing, Miss Sykes can hear a witness's true emotions. Yeah, we got magic too. What about it? Simply from tone and inflection, she can tell exactly what a person is feeling.
I can even pick out feelings that a witness is trying to suppress or hide. Would you project the emotions I hear into the moon matrix where I can analyze them? Yep, I'm a cool lady.
It sounds like some sort of spurious devilry, though I find it hard to believe. I must ask, how do emotions constitute evidence?
Well, I won't say that emotions can be taken as evidence per se. I have seen how instrumental Miss Sykes' work has been in cracking a case, firsthand, several times. Therefore, I wholly support giving it a try. I like you guys. We're friends. Why don't you ever return my cards?
I see. If you are in favor of it, Your Honor, then I have no objections. Even this mere monk can see that something disturbs the witness.
I'll disturb you right in the kisser. That's your mouth, you grubby monk.
Oh, thank you for understanding, Prosecutor Sadmady. Thank you. Fantastic. Paula, you remember how to conduct a therapy session, right?
You immediately the session? You got the magic ears.
Of course, you're the lead on this case after all.
Fair enough, but, do I need a refresher? No need, we're well acquainted with how to do the magic emotion emojis. If you haven't, go watch Dual Destinies. Oh, wait. Alright, we're back, having everyone watched the entirety of Dual Destinies. Thanks. I think I still remember from the last time, so let's get right into it.
Okie dokie. You ready, Widget?
Let's do this!